Good afternoon, Sweeney TV. It's Monday evening. It's 7 p.m. We have got a great barber coming on today by the name of Micheal, Damiano. And
Hey.
great to have him on. And we've interviewed him before. He's 3 times British Barber of the Year. He's Afro Barber of the Year. And he's also one of the leading educators. He's one of the leading educators in the UK, as far as I'm concerned. And Mick, how are you, brother?
Hello, am I there?
Finally, get you on.
You can see me now, yeah? I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm good. Thank you very much for having me. And again, it's a pleasure to be here. And sorry that I've been so annoying to get hold of, but you've kept persistent, and I'm here. So I love it. I love persistency.
Finally, brother. Anyway, so obviously, you know, you're a Bedford barber. You've got a salon in Bedford. Obviously, you know, you grew up through your dad's salon. You've grown up in the barbering industry, same as me, like we did on the first interview. But just give the Sweeney TV fans just a little brief backstory before we get into your shop, and we'll talk all things barbering.
Yeah, cool. So I am 33 years old. I started cutting hair when I was 15. My mum and dad were hairdressers, not barbers. They were actually ladies' hairdressers. So I grew up in the family industry. That's where I grew up. When I used to go finish school, or on the weekends when there's no babysitters to look after you, you spend it in the back staff room, in the back of a salon. So it was always in my family, hairdressing. So I fell in love with the hairdressing industry to begin with, and I grew up involved in it. But I fell in love with barbering, not so much hairdressing. I started off as a hairdresser. I just didn't like it. Just wasn't, well, it's not I didn't like it. I wasn't enjoying it. And if you're going to do something as a career in life, you got to really enjoy it, right? And then, I always say barbering found me. I never found barbering. Barbering found me. I wanted to be an actor. That's what I wanted to do when I left school. But telling an old strict Italian dad, can I have a couple of grand to do acting school? He was like, no, sweep my floors and make my clients a cup of tea. I was like, all right. So that's me. I grew up in my family's industry and then took it the next step further, took it into barbering. Very grateful to, again, with my career, entering competitions, winning competitions, and being part of the biggest clipper company in the world. Wow. So very grateful to be part of that. And I'm here right now talking to you.
Yeah. Brilliant. And obviously, you literally just opened up a brand new salon, didn't you, up in Bedford last year?
Yeah, well, struggled to after all this COVID and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
But yes, so I did have a shop called Image Barbers. We had 10 barbers in there. That was a nightmare. It was great, but that was a nightmare. And but I'm very grateful I've been working in Image Barbers for like 11 years, 12 years, and it happens. Barbers move on and find their own paths, their own careers, and they ended up branching out and getting their own shops, which it's nice to see. Nice to see people come from my shop and go and do their own thing. And last year, just before we went into lockdown, I bought a Bedford high street. So where I'm born and bred in Bedford. My previous shop was located at a bus station. It wasn't the nicest areas. So my dream was always to get a high street salon, which I do now. I've changed the name. Instead of Image Barbers, it's Damiano Hair, which is my surname. And it is a salon and barbers. So it is 2. So I have 4 salon stylist chairs and 4 barber chairs. So it's it's a salon.
Nice. And so, like, everyday occurrences in there. Obviously, I see you're super busy. You're fully booked most days.
Yes.
Give the Sweeney fans a brief description of how your day-to-day goes, managing the shop and so on. And then
stressful.
Yeah.
Stressful. I don't have a chance to see my friends, my family, or my kids, or nothing. But I love it. And I realized in lockdown that I don't have a life apart from work. I'm so used to working. I've been working since I was 15 years old. And when you're thrown way out of your comfort zone into lockdown and you can't do nothing, I felt like I was going insane. It's not like when you choose to go on holiday for 2 weeks, you've earned that. And you feel like, I'm going to go on holiday. I know I'm going back to work in 2 weeks. You can look forward to that. But having a lockdown and being forced to not work, I don't know about you. I know some barbers loved it. I hated it. I hated every single minute of it. Hated it. And it's just one of them catch-22s. When you're at work, you feel like, oh, I wish I could have some time off, but never again. I'm wishing that. So, but yeah, my day again, this is like any other busy barber. I do appointment-based only. I don't really do walk-ins. I start at 8:30 in the morning, and I'll be there from 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock sometimes on a Friday and Saturday. And yeah, so I'm still doing it. I'm still loving it. I work. I have Mondays off.
Squeeze the lunch break in?
Not really. No barbers.
No, we don't
break.
do it.
We're all the same. We try and eat a little something in between customers. But at the moment, I am trying to. I don't know about you, but I put on so much weight during lockdown.
I went the other way.
Eating my fridge. Did you? Yeah, I put on so much weight. I was eating my kids' lunch boxes and snacks and all sorts. And yeah, I put on a couple of pounds. I'd say a couple of stone. So since that, I'm thinking I am going back to work, and I don't want to look this awful. So yeah, I went into a strict diet. So I eat actually every 3 hours, which is helping me lose a lot of weight, and I've lost like 2.5 stone now. So I'm back to me. So I'm actually making time for once to actually eat, and I never used to do that. I used to just have a quick coffee in the morning, a banana, and eat when I get home. But I'm actually making strict time now to take 10 minutes out every 3 hours just to have some food. So yeah, and I feel better for it. I actually have a lot more energy, and I feel like I can cut hair all night when I do that. So it's good.
Good. And so haircuts in your salon. Then obviously I know you're Afro Barber of the Year. Do you still do lots of Afro cuts, or is it quite a mixed range of haircuts? What type of styles do you do in
yeah, it's a range. I mean, I started off doing Afro hair because everyone around me, all my friends and everyone I grew up with had Afro hair. So it wasn't like I fell into that and I chose that path. It was just the only hair I was doing when I grew up. And in Bedford, there wasn't many Afro-Caribbean barbers around at the time. So the word got around, and a lot of them came to me. So I found a passion in it, and that's all I knew to begin with. I just knew how to cut Afro hair. It wasn't a thing where I was like, I really want to learn it. It was just, I just did it, and just because I had to, because all my customers were from Afro-Caribbean. So yeah, I did that. It's phased out. I mean, there's a lot of Afro-Caribbean barbershops in Bedford now, so it's phased out a little. But yeah, I'm still very strong. Even if I was entering competitions with show work, I'll always pick Afro hair because it just shows off so much more.
Pops.
Especially with stuff that I specialize in as well, like this pattern designs and stuff like that. And that's faded out a lot. But yeah, I still do a lot. I still do all of that. But it's a mix, very mixed. I've even got female clients that come in now and see me. So yeah, very multicultural.
Yeah, I've noticed the pattern work's gone out. It's not as obsessive with it like it used to be, because I obviously I know you do loads of patterns. You've done a pattern on my end before.
I remember, yes.
It's impressive work, Mick, honestly. And
I don't even know if I'm that good anymore. How long have you been cutting hair?
I've been cutting since I was 12 and a half, 13. Right.
And you're 45 now, right?
I'm coming up to 40 now, bro. So
Jesus. You're 40. I was joking. I didn't think you was 40. I thought you was about my age.
Bro, I had an easy paper round.
You look good, mate.
I had an easy paper round.
You look good. If I look as good as you at 40, I'll be happy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So have you ever looked at your work? Right. So you've been cutting hair a very long time. Have you ever looked back at your work and go, fucking hell, did I do that? Like, did I do that?
All the time.
Because that's how I thought. I look at my pattern work when I first started, and it was like amazing. And then it's like, can I even do that anymore? Like, I get people coming out with requests, and they're like, "Oh, I've seen you did this work. Can you do it?" And I'm like, I don't even know if I can even do that again. Like,
your magazine work, that collection you put in a good few years back, is probably about 5 years ago now. You know, when you did sort of like the different shades, and you were doing different sort of like style. I think it was Modern Barber magazine, was it?
I can't remember which one of your
collections, but it was the pattern work, because I love the symmetry of the way patterns. Yes, I was like, fair play, he's got that bang on. Bang on. And I remember James Beattie was copying your patterns. He was doing the same stuff. I thought, go on, Nick, go on.
But I don't even know if I could do that anymore, mate. It's been a very long time since show work. I mean, I haven't done actual patterns. Like, I haven't been on stage or educated for 2 years now.
I know.
Same year. So strange. It feels so weird. And showcasing your work is totally different from cutting hair in a shop.
Yeah.
because you're just following customers' orders and what they like and what they want, and it's very hard to. I mean, we've all got this hidden talent inside of us, and we've all got it still. We just need to find it again. So that's the problem. That's where I'm at the minute. I feel a little bit like, oh, am I rusty? I need to come back. I'm a bit worried when we start doing education and shows. I'm like,
well, literally, one of my questions, I'm jumping ahead with one of the questions, but upskill, one of the most important things as barbers, especially when like you're the boss and you're in your shop, how do you upskill? How do you keep yourself creative, bro? I mean, do you watch stuff online? Do you learn stuff through WoW? Do you like off Sam and
I think social media is probably everyone's influence, isn't it? It's massively influenced, and you're watching people that influence you at the moment, and you're watching them climb the ladder, and you feel like, oh, hang on, I need to climb that ladder too. So we're all helping each other in a way in the industry, all us hairdressers and all barbers, and we follow our favorite hairdressers. We follow who inspires us, and I think that's what keeps the fire burning. And your team around you, I think the team, you've got to have a great team in your salon or your barbershop to inspire you. You don't want to be the best one in the shop. I don't want to be the best one in my shop. No way. I want someone to be better than me so I can thrive and someone can look at me.
Release the pressure.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. And that's what keeps you motivated. And it's very hard being a boss or a manager in a shop to motivate your team. And that's the key. I think it's just like a football team. You need a manager, you need a captain to motivate the team, to get everyone going. And I think that's what is the most important thing is. So it's very hard to motivate your team and you need motivation yourself. So it's like, who gives it to me? But yeah, I find it's very difficult to find that. And especially if some people may find social media a little bit depressing, because people may think, oh, I deserve to be there, or I deserve to win that competition, or I deserve to do that. Oh, I should be doing or having what he's got or they've got. I've been cutting hair longer than that person. Why haven't I got this? Why haven't I got my own shop? But it keeps you going, it keeps the fire going, and you've got to have a goal. You've got to have a goal. No matter if I've always said to myself, I always write lists and goals and achievements, and that's what keeps me going is a goal. For example, like a high street salon. Always wanted a high street salon. Right, cool. Now I've got that. Now I want to focus on this, and now I want to focus on that. So every morning I set myself goals throughout the day, yearly goals, weekly goals, and is what keeps me getting up in the morning and keep going. Even unrealistic goals. Even if I sit there and think, I don't know, I want to. I don't know. Unrealistic goal. I can't think of it off the top of my head now. But I said it and think, let's go for it. Let's do it. Let's try.
You want one of the Richard Branson's tickets to space.
I wish I was, mate.
Hey, listen. Obviously, like going into sort of education, like you being an educator, obviously teaching people is one of your passions, same as me. And we like passing our knowledge on to others. And obviously, like, you work for Well Academy. Any dates coming up now? I noticed you've got like a carnival coming up where you're going to be doing some show stuff. But are you doing private education? Are you working with Well as well, or
No. So yeah, I exclusively dedicate myself to WoW. So I don't do any private tuition. I don't do anything like that privately. So yeah, at the moment, nothing's been announced with WoW at the minute. Obviously with the COVID, so all the stuff that's going on.
We're all losing lots of money, man, with all this going on. All these
courses. Yes, it is, but it does help you focus on other areas in life that I was neglecting. For example, family life, friends, family, having a social life. I've neglected that for a very long time. So I feel like someone needs to stop you and think, yo, you need to stop. You need to have a break and focus even on me, on my own personal appearance. I let myself go. Start getting fat and start caring because I was just so busy and I need to do it. It's just like working for WoW was great. It's fantastic. But it's just like you're doing a hair show at Sal International. 2 days later, I've got to fly to Germany or I've got to fly to Malaysia and do a month in China. And I thrive with it. I love it. But when you're getting forced to stop, you do start focusing on other areas where you think, I've actually neglected this. Small things like relationships or friends that you haven't seen or caught up with in a while, friends, family. You start picking up the phone and start ringing things that you feel like I've been so busy to even ring my nan. Things like that. I think lockdown and COVID's changed a lot of people. I think for the better as well. I think we're all going to come out of this. Every educator, every platform, we're all going to come out stronger and better. I'm excited to go for the next show because I want to see what everyone's been doing. We've had a long time to have the pen to pad to get some ideas going, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I totally agree. And again, you know, we got Sound International coming up now. Is it October? November?
I hope so. I don't know if it's going ahead. I don't know what's going on with this.
There's a few things going on. You did you? Obviously, I know you're a Hall of Famer now as well. So I've got to chat about that. But did you go to the Brighton gig the other week?
No, I wasn't. I don't think Wild was part of that. I don't know. I'm not sure why, but I wasn't there. Yeah, I didn't even know that was. I don't even know that was happening. I just go on my social media and I see everything there. I was like, whoa, I didn't know about this. But it's good to see that we're starting to go back into and doing these things now. So it's really good to see.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, you know, traveling, but you know, sort of going into traveling and traveling different countries. Obviously, it does take a lot of time and so on. But like you know, like you see a lot of different stuff abroad, don't you? Well, you don't normally see in the UK. Let's have a little chat about that.
I see hotel rooms and venues and airports. That's all I see, and then I come home. You know what? It's very difficult because a lot of people think, they say to me, "Oh man, it's great. What was it like? You're spending a month in China. What was it like spending a month in Malaysia? Amazing experience. Yeah, great. But I'm working every day, so I don't get a chance to see the beautiful country or see the culture. Or it's hard, very hard, because you get there and it's all go go go. I remember when I went to India, I think India was one of my first trips, and it was like a 14.5-hour flight. And you know, when you've been on a plane for that long, you just want to shower, you want to eat, you want to get yourself fresh. I came off the plane. Simon Shaw was already there in India. I came off the plane and he was like, right, you got your bag. Yeah, we're going to the venue right now. Get your suit on and go on stage. And I was like, hold on, I need to eat. I haven't slept. Like, I feel I need to brush my teeth or something. And it was all go, go, go. And I was okay, let's just do it. So I remember I'm dressing in the toilet outside the venue. I haven't showered. I've gone on stage and they've gone, right, can you draw the map of India in the back of someone's head? And I went, what on earth does that even look like? Like, I'm on stage full of hundreds of people. I haven't showered. I haven't eaten. I'm tired. Now I've got to do the map of India at the back of someone's head. I don't even know what it even looks like. I had to Google it quickly and go on stage. And I think that's what it's about. It's the pressure. But I thrive off that. I think I thrive, not preparing and just go out and doing it. I think I feel I perform better that way.
Yeah. And obviously, did you pull the haircut off as well?
There's a video of it online somewhere and pictures about it. I think there had some Bollywood actors and actresses that revealed it. Yeah, I did. I pulled it off, and still to this day, I mean, I'm a critic of my own work. I look at my work and I always feel like I could do better and improve it. I've never looked at my haircuts and think, man, that's great, that's good. Never have done. I don't know what you're like, but I've never looked at my haircuts and think,
I'm the same. You can always improve on every single little bit, you know.
100%.
Sometimes you just got to accept what it is, but you know, if you're working on stage and you're looking at your previous work, whether it's a wet shave or a design or a skin fade, or flat top or whatever, you're always nitpicking yourself. Do you know what I mean? And
of course, I think the more experience that you're getting, though, I feel like I'm getting slower. Like, I don't know. I think more experience should be quicker at it. I feel like I'm getting slower at it. I'm like, well,
you know what I think it is, though, bro? I think it's all the tools we go through. We've just we've gone from having like one scissor, one thinner, one clipper, one trimmer to having like multiple different clippers where we're just constantly swapping and changing and foiling. That's what takes on the head there.
Yeah. Do you know what? This week I actually bought out an old corded clipper. I haven't used a corded clipper in a long time.
And me.
Yeah, it was just sitting there brand new, never used, and it was a legend clipper, and I pulled that out, and you know what? I've not put it down since. I love it.
I'll be honest with you. That's one of their best all-round clippers.
Yeah,
You can go straight to a 1 on it, can't you? For fading.
Oh, great clipper, and I haven't used a corded clipper for years, and I pulled it out, and I thought, you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. I loved it. I've set it up on my station now, and I haven't put it back down. And I think that's because when you've been cutting hair, and that's what we started off with when we first started. I know that along barbers now, they pick up a corded clipper and they think, what on earth is this? Too heavy? What is this? But that's how we started. We started with one clipper, one scissor, one comb. And you're right. I mean, we've got so many options to choose from now. Maybe it is time consuming. But yeah, I feel now, but I'm enjoying it a lot more now because I am taking a lot more time. I'm booking an hour for clients now. And I think time is money as well. So you've got to be charging the right amount of money if you are taking an hour on a haircut. And I feel like I enjoy it. I enjoy it so much more. It got to a point where you're trying to squeeze haircuts in 20 minutes. And what are we? Are we barbers? Have we got passion, or is we doing this for a job? Hang on a minute.
Sorry, buddy, just lost your camera there.
I know. I should have put my phone on.
Saying that, I'm moving on to my next question, buddy. When he comes back on, oh, he's gone. Just wait for him to come back. Sorry, guys. I think somebody was ringing him. So SweeneyTV, Sean's for Sweeney HQ. Mick's just dropped off the chat. Just waiting for him to come back on. Sorry about this, guys. Get on to my next load of questions anyway when he comes back on. So we'll ask some good stuff. One of them is customer service. So it leads me right into my next one.
How do I get back on?
Just go back on the Instagram and click the link. See you in a second. Right, sorry, technical issues a sec. Just waiting for him to pop back on. Here he is now. Hi, buddy. Just waiting for your camera to come back on. There you go. Spit it to the side. No.
Right. Sorry about that, man. Did that mess everything up?
No. It's all good. It's all good. I just explained to everyone what was going on. Just cut off.
Yes.
No.
Someone tried to call me, and I don't know. It just my phone messed up.
Okay, no worries.
There we go.
So one of my questions is customer service in your shop. Obviously, you're doing an hour haircut service. Obviously, you offer more than a haircut. You offer like steam treatments, obviously wet shaving, massaging, stuff like that.
Yes. Say that again. Sorry, mate.
So obviously, with your haircut experience, obviously with your services you offer in the shop for an hour's service, do they get steam treatment, shaving? Like explain to everybody, what the customer service is like and how important it is for youngsters to realise the customer service is key to building business.
Of course, mate. I always say to my staff, it's not about how good your haircut is. It's about how much your I mean, the way I like to explain things is, say if you went to a restaurant and you had the best food, great food, the food was amazing, but the service in that restaurant was so shockingly bad, you're not going to enjoy your experience. You might not eat there again, even though the food was what the selling point is. It's great, but the service was terrible. And you thought, I'm not even coming back here. The service is bad. You're going to remember the service. You're not going to remember the food. So this is exactly like a haircut. You could do the most amazing, you give your client the best haircut you've ever given in your life. But if the service was appalling and the service wasn't great, that customer's not going to feel good giving you his money. He won't. So that's exactly what I like to say to my staff is, don't worry about how great your haircut is. Worry about the service. Make that customer feel wanted in that chair. Make him feel that he's had a great time. Make him leave. I mean, you'll have clients that don't even look at their haircut. They won't even look, right? Because they're like, yeah, I trust you. Yeah, I trust you and what you're about. But the service is what you're providing. And then a lot of barbers may sit there and think, well, what else? What service can I do? One, personality wins over anything. I don't care what anyone says. If you've got a great personality, you've got to let that shine through. That does come. Sometimes I know I've met a lot of barbers, young barbers that come in my courses and they come a little bit shy. It will come. It will develop. You'll find yourself. I mean, I used to be shy, believe it or not. And if you see me on stage, you're like, really? You shy? Yeah, I did. I used to be really shy. And you will find yourself. You'll come out of that. So service is key. Yeah, I do an hour appointment, and the majority of my clients will have a haircut and shave. I mean, the majority of people are having beard done, but every man has their own tools to do their own beard and shave, right? Everyone has. They can't cut their own hair, but everyone can do their own beards at home. But if they're choosing you, it's not because they don't want to be doing it, they're too lazy, it's because they want that service. So I see a lot of barbers getting a spray bottle and just spraying someone's face and lining it up. What are you doing? If you're choosing a service, give them that service for a shave. Give them a facial massage and a hot towel and a cold towel and everything you can think of. I mean, a shaving experience is, I mean, I make a lot more money just doing shaves than haircuts because more people are coming back. I've got a person that gets a shave twice a week. And yeah, so service for me is key. It is key because that's what people remember. They leave remembering the service, and that's what's making you stand out from other shops because they will judge, not this is a better haircut than that shop down the road. They're like, wow, I went in that shop and I mean, got a cold towel. I got a beer. I got I don't know, lemon water. I got a facial massage. I got a head massage. I feel that's what people remember, and that's why people are going to leave and feel that's money well spent. That's what makes a haircut expensive.
Yeah, definitely. And you got to look at the beauty industry and how they approach things now. We do eyebrow threading, we do waxing. We do all these different options which have sort of become available through Turkish barbering and other sort of influences from outside the UK have sort of come into the barbering industry. But like, what do you feel about all this sort of face waxing and stuff like that? Is that something you would offer in your shop, Nick?
I tried it. A lot of my clients weren't keen, but I think it's great, to be honest. I remember I went to Turkey for a holiday and I was intrigued. I'm intrigued by different barbershops, what they offer, what they do, what can I do, and you learn. And I was intrigued. I saw a guy getting a haircut, and on the price list, I saw this guy. He was getting a haircut and he was getting pampered. He had like clay and stuff on his face. He's getting his ears done. There was his junior was massaging his hands. And I was watching, and the service was a good 40 minutes. And this guy was like living life. Like he was on holiday. And you can tell he was just enjoying this experience. But on the price list, all it said was haircut and shave. They didn't have facial wax, nose wax, ears, this, that. It was all included. And all on the price list, all you saw was haircut, shave. And that was it. So all this they're adding in, I thought that was amazing. You try doing that now in a barbershop and said, oh, you're getting your facial done, you're getting your nails and this and that. And then you're adding all that in. And then it's going to get confusing. And that's when clients are going to turn that down. But if you include it, but put your prices high anyway, you're onto a winner. So I think it's great. I think what the Turkish barbers are doing, or the beautician, or anyone that's doing extras, fantastic. Yeah, great. We should all be doing that. Why not? Because why? I mean, a lot of ladies go to hairdressers and feel pampered, or beauticians. Let's say beauticians. A lot of ladies go to a beautician and they leave and they've got their eyebrows and their top lips threaded or whatever. All that pampering stuff. What do us men have? Nothing. We go to a barber's, we get a haircut and we get a shave. So why can't we have our eyebrows threaded and our nails trimmed? And I mean, male grooming's become huge. So yes, we should all be thinking about what extras we should be doing.
Yeah, personally. You got a great point to that. I don't know if you were on Instagram earlier on today. I know you've been had a day off, but I saw a robot cutting hair today.
No way.
And basically, it was like a Hoover, and he was sucking up the sections of hair, and then the thing was coming across and cutting it. And the guy's haircut was just horrendous. So, like, if we're looking at robotics coming soon in the future, I think our industry is pretty much safe compared to other industries where you're gonna have these driverless vehicles and you're gonna have these shops where there's not going to be any staff.
I don't think anyone's going to trust a robot to cut their hair, so I think we're safe.
Well, that leads me on to my next question. Technology in our industry. Obviously, we've gone cordless. Obviously, you work for probably the biggest brand in the world, and you've got a massive sort of range of clippers. But what do you think the evolution of clippers is going to be now? I know you're not going to say anything which they told you not to say, but what do you think the evolution of clippers is going to be now over the next sort of 5 to 6 years?
Working with Wall, I've been with Wall now for 11 years, and they've fascinated me because every time they bring out a clipper, and I'm like, how are we going to beat this? What are you going to bring out next year? Like it's like iPhone. They bring out a phone, you think, how are you going to beat this one? And they do. So yeah, I mean, what else can you bring out? What else can you do? And it's just the performance of the Clippers. I think Clippers are just improving by the minute, by the sharpness and the power and the batteries, and they're just getting better and better, making our job easier and easier and easier, which is what we want, really, don't we? We want our job to be a bit easier. And but yeah, with the technology in Clippers, I'm just waiting like you. What's coming next? I've seen a few things lining up, and some things look exciting. But yeah, I just get impressed by as a barber like you, what's coming next, and it's exciting to see.
A while going to redo the academy range, because that needs a bit of an update, doesn't it? You know, the three clippers they did.
Say that again, sorry, mate.
You know, the academy range.
Yes.
Are they going to update? Are they going to do an updated version of that? Because obviously that's been up for a while now.
From what I'm seeing, there's going to be a lot of changes coming. Yeah. I think, there's a lot of changes.
Anything exclusive for SweeneyTV? Or
I can't say anything, but I've seen a lot of products being discontinued that won't be released again. And I've seen some clippers. There's going to be a facelift on a lot of things. Academy collection. Yeah, a lot. I've seen it. It's all coming, so it's exciting.
So you're going on about clippers being discontinued. I'm not going to have to post #Justice Super Taper, am I?
Just keep hold of any of your clippers.
The Super Taper's going to be gone. The white one will be gone. The original.
Yeah, just keep a hold of. I mean, I never get rid of my clippers. I don't know about you, but
I've got boxes of them.
Yeah, I never get rid of them. Never ever get rid of them.
I've got about 7 pairs of Super Tapers. Some of them are like customized, and
Yeah. And you always go back to your favorite. I mean, what clipper do you use? What's your favorite? What's your go-to?
Well, obviously I'm a Babyliss FX, so I got a full range. But obviously I've always been Well.
Yeah.
I went to Andis for a little bit, but went back to Well, and then obviously Babyliss. But I still use the the T-liners and stuff like that. So I'm not totally like I use what clipper I need for the job.
Yeah. And do your clients always ask, why do you need so many clippers?
Well, yeah, most of them, but like because of mine right in front of them, they sort of like look at them because they're all standing up, so it looks quite fancy. And I always clean them. Literally, my obsession is keeping them clean, and obviously sharpened as well. Got to keep them sharp. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you can do as a barber, not so much about the tools. You can have the best tools in the world, but if you haven't got the skill, and obviously like we talked about upskilling and so on earlier on, and obviously we were talking about, education with Well and so on. But, moving on to photography, something I wanted to talk to you about photography, getting the right picture. A lot of students, young kids who watch us back later on, they don't get out to take the right photo. And it's really important that you get the right angle, the right side of the head. If you want to show off your haircut, there's an art to that as well, Nick, and I notice you're very good at
it. I don't post as much as I should do. A lot of people say that you don't post much of your haircuts. We go on your Instagram account and there's not much of your work. No, there isn't. Reason being, it's not because I feel like I don't need to promote every single haircut that I do. And I see a lot of barbers, every haircut they do, they need to publish it and post it. And one thing I really, for the life of me, still don't understand to this day is, why are we tagging other barbers our work? Like I've said it before in interviews before, my work is for my customers to see. So if a customer says, Nick, I'm thinking about changing my hairstyle, cool. What are you thinking of? I'm thinking of maybe doing this. Right, I'm going to send that customer about 6 pictures of my own work of other customers and say, what do you think to this? What do you think to that? What do you think to this? So I share it with my customers. And yeah, I will upload a picture now and then. It is important. Like you said, it's important to get the right angle. But also as well, why do we have to get the right angle to promote it? Show your real work. If a picture's showing a little line or something, we're all barbers, we're human. Don't try and be fake and edit it out or fault it. I don't care what other barbers think of my work. It doesn't make no difference to me. I care what a customer thinks because they're the ones paying me the money at the end of the day. So yeah, it's great to promote your work and make sure, I'm the man. Look at my work. My work's amazing. Look at me. Great. But to me, it doesn't matter. I mean, I've got where I am from from like you've been cutting hair for so long. We didn't have social media back in the day, and we're still where we are today without it. We don't have to rely on a social platform to be successful, to be good at what we do, to prove anything. We don't. So I feel like I don't need to prove anything. It's not an arrogant thing. It's just I feel there's a lot of people out there. If you post a picture of your work, there's going to be a lot of criticism, a lot. And I feel like I don't need to hear that, because to me we all take it to heart. We will. It's what we do. We've got passion. We love cutting hair. So of course, if we see another barber younger than us criticizing our work, we're not going to like that at all. It's not because I choose not to do it. It's just it's not for them. It's for customers. So yeah, photography work. Yeah, I mean, going back to hair competitions, and I've entered a lot of photographic competitions. So if we talk about that, then yeah, you need a great photographer with an eye to show your work off and show what great angles and the best facial shape. It's not about the hair, it's about how that model looks and you're getting that right model. So for when I've entered competitions before, I've never used professional models. I've actually used all clients, believe it or not. And I picked the right clients, picked the right people that look good on camera. And I mean, I've used professional models before and I've never actually entered their work because I've just looked at them, not really feeling it. So yeah, I've all my work that I've done through competition work are all just customers that I've put together. Then you get a right photographer who knows what they're doing behind a camera. I'm not a professional photographer, so why am I going to lie on my phone and start trying to act like I am? I'm not. So a professional, I leave that to them. I'm a barber. I'm gonna do the haircut and make sure that's correct, and let the photographer do his work.
Very true. Very, very true. And that's what I mean. Like, you know, if people want to use professionals, then that's okay. But obviously, if they want to do it themselves, that's okay as well. But like for me, like if I'm going to be entering something into a high-end magazine, I want to get somebody professional in to ideally do that job. That is, like you said, we just cut hair, so we don't understand lighting and you know what is it, the triangle of lights. You know, it's listen, it's a university degree, photography. You know,
of course. And I've seen a lot of barbers now are doing photography now, and it's great. I've seen a lot of like Kevin Lynchman. I mean, his work is fantastic, and he's taken photography on and takes pictures of all of his own work and other people's, and it's great. It's amazing to learn a different skill and a different art to what you're doing already. It's great. I think everyone should be doing something else away from their profession. Everyone should be. Why not? I mean, you meet clients I've been plumbing for 15 years or 30 odd years or 50, whatever it is. And you think, well, that's all you do. That's all you've done. Like we've got probably talent inside of us that we don't even know because we've not experienced anything else. So it's good to learn different things, and putting photography and barbering together is great. Yeah, it's win-win. Not for me. I'm not a photographer. But there are other things that I'm looking into and what I'm doing at the moment. But yeah,
I did my own collection a few months back. I was going to pay my friend who's a videographer, but I know he had so much work on. He was working for Sky and BBC at the time, so like he was snowed under. I knew it would have taken like 6 months to do the video, but I went up with one of those sort of lads I got, and yeah, we did a day out in Cardiff, and yeah, it was really good. I edited it, and it was all done and uploaded within 24 hours, Mike. So
I've lost you again. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Can you see me still?
No, your camera's just off. It's coming back on now. There you go.
Here we are.
There you are, buddy. So obviously, like, you know, going into like competitions, obviously you mentioned you entered a lot of photography competitions over the years, but live competitions over the years, you know, what competitions have you, because I know you've done obviously Afro ones. Is that a photography or is that a live one? Like what sort of live competitions were you done where it's very similar to the American?
So the live competitions, I mean, when I first started barbering, there wasn't competitions. There wasn't many live competitions back then when I first started. There was only the competition that everyone wanted to win, was Battle of the Barbers. And that was always hosted Yeah, that was the big one. That was the only live competition I knew back then. I mean, there's loads now. I mean, with Wild, we do Wild Bob of the Year when you come to stage at Sal International, and I know you have to enter that photography. You have to enter photography work before reaching a finalist. So you will have.
I entered twice. I didn't get through.
Keep going at it. Keep going. But it depends what people want out of competitions. I always say, what is it you want? Do you want the recognition? Do you want to? What is it that people want? I mean, when I was doing competitions, it was passion more than anything. It was drive and passion. And when you've got drive and passion in a job, you want to be you want to be the best. You want to enter competitions. And like I said, I always refer it to football. You want to win the trophies, don't you? You want to be up there and show if you're talented at something, then why not try and win something from it? So Battle of the Barbers was always the competition that back then that everybody wanted. Everybody wanted.
Would you prepare for that, or would you go in freestyle and just?
So you've got 15 minutes on stage to cut hair, and the best haircut in 15 minutes wins. 15 minutes goes like 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I've entered that numerous times, won a couple of times, but also placed second, third, lost a few times. And also throughout my career, ended up judging and hosting it. So to see where I first started as a kid when I was 16, 17, entering it, and come to now where I'll host it and I've judged it and hosted it. It's great feeling. But live competitions, I think, are the ones.
Do you think we need some more competitions now? We need something a bit more, going around the UK, like a bit of a sort of competition tour, just to sort of like re-energize the youngsters and get them back out there.
I think a lot of live competitions. I think a lot of barbers don't have the balls to do it anymore. They're scared. They're scared of losing. They're scared. There's so much competition and there's so much talent now. A lot of people will pull out of competitions, and what I admire is the youngsters that got the drive that will go out and do it. And a lot of older, experienced barbers now, they've come away from that because more than anything, fear. And yeah, of course, I wouldn't like to enter a competition and lose to someone that's been cutting hair for 2 years. Of course you wouldn't. I wouldn't like to lose to anyone, really. But a lot of live competitions, it's what gets you going. Like, why not? It's great. I think it's such a great feeling, that buzz to go on stage and cut hair live, especially in 15 minutes. That's a talent. That is a talent.
You know what? You want to say to Simon, what you want to do is you want to do US versus UK, well-educated battle. UK educated against the US ones. That'll be interesting.
It's very interesting. Yeah. It is.
That could be the ultimate tournament, bro. It's like Mortal Kombat.
But they've got some great barbers in America. Great barbers in America.
Leading on to my next question, American barbers. Let's have a little chat about them. Like, which ones do you like? I know we had a little chat about Rob, the original. I won't say what you said, but let's go from there, brother.
American barbers. I mean, there's loads. There's loads. Top of my head. I mean, I've been gratefully worked with the educators from WAL. That have been in America, but I always have this one name in my head growing up who's always been my inspiration was Pacino's. I mean, for me, to not only just see him as a barber, but as a businessman, I think he's everyone's inspiration, right? Massive. He's everyone. When I was a kid, 15 years old, watching him, and I'm like, and to see his backstory from what he started off to what he is now, massive inspiration to any barber. Still to this day, he was my inspiration at 15 and he still is now. And
he put a post up today actually saying he started 12 years ago on his mum's kitchen table.
Brilliant. And what's got him to where what's got him where he is today is consistency. It's consistency. He's been consistent throughout his whole life, and you watch, and we've all watched it. We've watched him on social media, and it's for me, he's been my inspiration. And still is. But yeah, America, there's a lot of massive talent in America. There's a talent everywhere, all around the world right now. And again, I've been very grateful to travel and see some great barbers. And it's great. China at the minute, they are doing bits.
Tell us about China.
So China, yeah. I mean, when I went to China about 3-4 years ago, barbering wasn't as big as it is now then. There were hair salons, but not barbershops. So barbershops kind of a new thing for them.
Wow.
I'd say it's only been established for like 5-6 years. Well, I would say established. It's been there, but it's not been as big as it is now. And you've got in China. I mean, I loved it there. The drive, the passion, everyone. There's so much talent. I mean, they had me as a guest to go to China and perform my work on stage, and I was like, you don't need me here. You guys are so good and talented as it is. You guys don't need me. You've flew me out all the way from England to come here, and I'm like, you guys are great. You guys are so good at what you're doing. And I still watch their stuff now, and I've still got a lot of friends who I met out there, and I still keep in contact. And great place. Great place.
Obviously, a lot of the SweeneyTV fans will be thinking, what tools do they use out there?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Oh,
that's what they use out there.
Brilliant. So obviously, like coming up to the last sort of 10 minutes now, really, unless you want to keep on talking, I don't mind. I've got nothing else to do. But Mick, obviously, like, you know, with everything going on with the coronavirus and, you know, the lockdowns, and we've literally come out of it today. England is back open. You've got the nightclubs open. Obviously, you know, thinking bigger and thinking better now. You know, what's your plans for this year? Like, you can open up another shop. Are you going to, you know, go into, you know, doing big things as well? You know, what's your plan? Any plans over the next 12 months?
Yeah, I'm on the full throttle now, just being in my shop. Throughout the years, I haven't been consistent in my shop. Again, working for a while, and traveling and educating for them. My new salon, is still a new business, and unfortunately, I haven't had a chance, an opportunity to keep it consistent because we've had to open, close. And I opened my new salon just after the lockdown, and I feel and my area now, they've redone the whole high street, so they've had to lock off the high street, so you couldn't drive past it or walk down it. And I feel right now that's on the verge of getting finished. So my plan right now is just full throttle, or just being in the shop, being behind the chair, and also just I wouldn't say educating myself, but learning a lot more myself. So when it is time to come back on stage, to come and educate again, is to bring something new. And when people see, oh, where's Micheal Damiano been? Or it's like, well, I want to train myself and be a better presenter. I want to be a better barber, a better hairdresser. I want to develop a lot more, not just be complacent. I hate being complacent. So I would like to come back fresh when I come to do educating again and come back to do the shows. But right now, my plan is just being in the shop and making it successful and training my team. I've got a great team at the minute. And my plan at the minute is, I always say you don't want to be the busiest barber in the shop. I don't want to be the busiest barber in the shop. I've done that for a very, 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 very long time. And it's selfish to anyone to sit there in their own business and say, everyone should be booking in with me. No, I've cut hair for so long. I feel like I need to not push my clients away, but encourage them to say, I'm not the only good one in the shop. Here's my team. You can trust me. I've been cutting your hair for 10 years or 12 years, 15 years. You can trust my opinion. So-and-so is going to look after your hair today, and so-and-so. And I feel like I want to help my team be just as busy as I am, and help them. And so we're all on the same path. I think you're only as weak as your weakest link in your shop. And if they're not as busy as you, then you're losing. So you need to start helping your staff. And that's all I want to do now, is create my team, help my staff, and we all push up there together. I mean, they don't need my help anyway, but they're all great and they've made a great reputation on their own. But as a team, that's my thing. Team. You together, everyone achieves more. That's what I see it. That's what I think it stands out for, and that's what I want to do. Just be in my shop, help it, and help my team.
Do you like running like a family sort of orientated business as well? You know, just like
it's the Italian in me. It's just family, and it's always been a big thing. And we haven't mentioned the Euros yet. I thought that'd be question number one.
It's a barber chat show, but we're coming to the end now. Congratulations, bro. Listen, I was in Bristol watching it. I had a few quid on it as well, but I did say the Italians were going to win in extra time. But you're English Italian anyway, aren't you? So you win either way.
No, I'm Italian.
You're Italian, okay.
I'm Italian.
There you go. Bro, listen, like, obviously, you know, how emotional must of that, because I seen you in the morning, you were like, can I drink this yet? And I was like, get it down, you bro.
I'm very passionate. When it comes to football, I'm very, very, very passionate. Everyone says that to me, though, like you said about English. Yeah, I love being in England. I love the country. There's nothing. But when it comes to football, it was just growing up. My parents' parents. You grow up in this passion, and you've seen it. We're all Italians. We're all passionate of it. Yeah, and yeah, I've just found a love and passion for the Italian football team, and I was really glad to see England get into a semi-final in the World Cup and then reaching a final in the Euros. Like, amazing, great to see. I didn't want you to win it, because I've got a lot of English customers that give me a lot of stick for it, and we had a lot of bets. And I didn't want to be giving out free haircuts for the next couple of weeks, so I was very happy with the result.
Yeah, and like I said, congratulations, buddy. You know, it's nice to see you know, a football team with such a great attitude at the Euros. They were very professional. Obviously, there was no trouble after. Obviously, the England fans were out of control, but you know, we knew that was going to happen whether they won or they lost anyway. Yeah. It's just the state of affairs in the UK. People need to grow up. And again, we need to use our barbering knowledge to get these youngsters now, get them off the streets, get them off knife crime, get them off trying to be roadmen. You know, do you know in World War One, you know, when all the dead bodies, they were putting the dead bodies in the road. Guess what the dead bodies were called, mate? Roadmen.
Yeah.
And what are they calling these youngsters now? Roadmen. And they're stabbing each other out.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I like to think it'd be a phase where we're slowly getting out of. I see it. We're slowly getting out of it, and no one's tolerating it anymore. And it will be. I do believe it will be a place. I mean, because it's not nice, and it's seen. I mean, what's been going on with the racism in the England team, and all of this social media trolling and bullying. It's disgusting. It's not just in our industry at barbering. Like, see, it's anyone and everyone. It's disgusting what's going on. But I do feel
what the media will do. You'll have one situation where somebody gets racially abused, like Rashford, for instance. Then the media pour petrol over it, blow it right up, and then more people start racially abusing them as well, because they're just like dumb. And it goes on and on and on. And the media need to be held accountable for their actions of what they're telling people, because they seem to get a pass. No court in the land will prosecute them, but they seem to say whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, and that's got to stop.
Yeah, it will. They
need to be held accountable. Sky News and the BBC need to be held accountable for what they say to people on television, because it affects people's minds.
Yeah, you're right, mate, and I agree with you. And I do believe it will one day. Whether it takes 2 years or 10 years or 20 years, I think it will. It definitely will. We need to.
Definitely, bro. Listen, it's been an absolute cracking interview. Glad to have you on. Nice to see you. I hope the children and the missus are all good, because I know you had COVID or you had positive test. Everything okay?
My son broke his leg today, so I feel so upset. He's only one, and he broke his leg. So
what? Sorry, bro. You could have just easily just said, "Look, I can't do this." Like, Jesus,
but we're all healthy. We're all healthy. Yeah, no COVID. No, we're all fine. I mean, we're all good. Again, I had to shut my shop for 10 days. I'm sure that I've seen a lot of barbers doing it now.
Did they ping you? Did you get a ping?
Not yet. I've not been paid yet. No.
No, a ping. You know, off the NHS app. You know, to isolate, because obviously I know you isolate. Did they ping you, or did you just like how did it work? That
I got COVID myself, so I had to isolate. So yeah, and then
you had to close the shop as well, and everyone had to be tested. Or
yeah, I a member of my team got it first.
Got you.
And then my other half got it, and then I got it, and then the rest of the team. I just thought it would be safe just to isolate the whole lot. And yeah, and through the app, when you're in contact with someone, I mean, I've deleted the app. So because it's just some people, I don't know what everyone's thoughts. It's a soft subject, what people's opinions are over it all. I don't want to get involved in all this political, and I just wish it's gonna. Yeah, it's just I hope it just ends one day, and we're slowly getting there. The only thing I just wish just to be safe.
About cutting, and they can worry about colluding.
Exactly, but it's been a hard time on hairdressers and barbers. It has been, not just any of this, but I feel like we've had it bad. We've had it bad.
Well, listen, we're not actually fully open yet in Wales, according to the Welsh Assembly, which is basically the Red Conservative Party in Wales, which I know doesn't make any sense because normally it's Labour, which are red. But this is how it works over here. But I am telling you now, brother, if they try and lock us down again, I am staying open.
Yeah.
If I have to wear the mask, I have to wear a hazmat suit. I'm cutting out. I'm not stopping.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to wear masks from today, apparently. So that's good. Going into work tomorrow without one of them. So
that's good.
But yeah, I hope it's been a tough 2 years, and I hope to see the end of it. And I hope we all go back to work, and we can all go back to the hair shows and getting together and just.
Speaking of hair shows, book me in for the Well Main Stage. You can do another pattern on my hair. I'll grow it out for you just before for salon, yeah?
We'll put the Italian badge on the side of your hair. We'll do that and put
there you go. And then or you could do a Welsh Dragon.
Yeah. Hey, we had you, didn't we? We had Italians in Wales. You guys did all right.
Listen.
You guys did good in yours.
The Italians and the Welsh, we get on the best, mate.
We do.
I think we used to have quite a lot of Italians back in the 70s, 60s and 70s, I think. So
there's still a big population of Italians in Wales, isn't there? There's a big population of Italians in Wales, isn't there?
Yeah. They said Turkish, Greek, and Italian were the main sort of foreign nationals which were in the country at the time. But the Italians had all the restaurants, the Greeks had all the barbershops, and the Turks were just smuggling. So
brother, brilliant, mate.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for jumping on. It's been a great pleasure to have you on. Is there anything you just want to just sort of say for the students coming up in the game?
Just be consistent, mate. You guys, if anyone that's growing up into the industry, consistency. That's the key. Don't give up. Work every single day. If you want something, you will get it. Don't have anyone tell you that you can't do it or you can't achieve it. You can't do this. If you've got a passion, you got no problem in life. So that's all I'm going to say. Brilliant.
Mick, Damiano, thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much, mate. It's been great. As always, mate. I know I'm hard to get hold of, but you got me. And hopefully we'll see each other again and we'll have a beer.
It's always Barber Lowen. Listen, if I come down to London, I'll drop up to Bedford and come and see you. Book an appointment. Have a full experience.
Always welcome, man. My friend. Always welcome. We'll catch up soon.
Thank you, my G. Take care.
Take care, my friend. Bye-bye. Yeah.
So, SweeneyTV, Sweeney HQ, Sean Smith Sweeney. That was probably one of the greatest barbers we've got in the UK. 3 times Barber of the Year, multiple Afro Barber of the Year, Hall of Famer, well educator, business owner. And he's actually in the film Black Widow for about 3 seconds, but there you go. Anyway, thank you. SweeneyTV, we are out.